Hello, my dear friends. How are you today? I am truly happy that you have taken a few moments to listen and care about your own health, especially if you are living with diabetes or supporting someone in your family who is facing this condition. I understand that this journey is never easy, but before we begin, let me ask you to imagine this. You wake up one morning, your mind feels foggy, your arms and legs feel numb, and you realize you cannot stand up on your own without someone's help. That is not just normal tiredness. It is a warning sign that your body is missing something very important. Nearly 40 seniors may be hospitalized due to diabetes complications in the time you spend watching this video. That number is not just a statistic. It is a reminder that managing diabetes is not simply about avoiding sugar or taking medication. Have you ever asked yourself why you still feel tired, achy, unable to sleep, or dizzy, even when your blood sugar is within the safe range? Or have you experienced numbness in your hands and feet, loss of appetite, or declining vision without knowing why? If so, you are not alone. In this video, I will share with you 3 specific vitamins that can completely change the way you manage diabetes. These nutrients may seem small, but they play a vital role in protecting your nerves, heart, joints, vision, hormones, and even your emotional well-being. We will dive into each vitamin. I will explain why they are often deficient in people with diabetes, how to recognize the signs, how to supplement correctly, and which specific foods you can use at home. I will show you both simple and high-end meal options that will help you live not just healthier, but also happier. This is not general advice. This is information based on the latest scientific research from trusted organizations around the world. So please do not skip this video. Watch until the end to fully understand how your body is crying for help and how you can respond in the right way. You deserve to be healthy, independent, and joyful at any age. Vitamin K2, the silent protector for your blood vessels and nervous system. We often hear about vitamin K as something that helps your blood clot when you get injured, but there is another form of it called vitamin K2 that plays a very special role, especially for people living with diabetes. Vitamin K2 acts like a smart traffic controller. It not only helps deliver calcium to where it is truly needed, like your bones and teeth, but also prevents calcium from building up in the wrong places, such as your blood vessels, heart, or kidneys. This is extremely important because if you are living with diabetes, you already face a higher risk of atherosclerosis, stroke, and nerve damage. When blood sugar levels stay high for a long time, your body experiences oxidative stress. This damages cells and also depletes your vitamin K2 levels. In addition, insulin resistance, which is common in people with diabetes, prevents certain proteins that depend on vitamin K2 from being activated properly. These proteins are key to stopping calcium buildup in your arteries. Another thing to note is that most of the vitamin K2 in your body is produced by healthy gut bacteria. However, many people with diabetes have digestive problems or have been taking antibiotics for long periods of time, which significantly reduces the amount of beneficial bacteria. As a result, your natural vitamin K2 levels slowly drop. Certain medications such as statins, used to lower cholesterol, or blood thinners can also interfere with how your body uses vitamin K2. This deficiency often happens quietly and is usually not detected until complications have already developed. So how does your body cry out for help when it lacks vitamin K2? You may notice easy bruising, prolonged bleeding from small cuts, or wounds that heal very slowly. For people with diabetes, these signs can be more severe, such as increased anxiety, insomnia, uncontrollable weight gain, or in contrast, difficulty losing weight despite your efforts. A decrease in sexual desire, irregular menstrual cycles in women, and low testosterone in men can also be linked to K2 deficiency. More seriously, you might experience worsening nerve pain, numbness in your hands and feet, or even rapidly declining vision. This happens because calcium is not properly directed to the bones, but instead gets deposited in harmful places. This damages your nerves, kidneys, eyes, and blood vessels. In a study published in the Journal of Nutrition, scientists found that nearly 50% of adults, even those without diabetes, do not get enough vitamin K2. For people with diabetes, the number is even higher due to constant metabolic pressure. At the cellular level, vitamin K2 activates 2 important proteins, matrix Gulla protein and osteocalcin. The first helps prevent calcium from forming plaques in your arteries, while the second helps calcium enter your bones to keep them strong. Without enough vitamin K2, both proteins stay inactive. This leads to artery calcification and osteoporosis at the same time. It is a double threat that many people do not expect. So what should you eat to get more natural vitamin K2? The answer may surprise you. Natto, a fermented soybean dish from Japan, is the richest source. Just 28 grams of natto gives you more than 260% of your daily recommended K2 intake. Other excellent choices include beef liver or goose liver, which provides about 72 micrograms of K2 in a small portion. Chicken, especially chicken breast, also offers a steady supply of over 50 micrograms per 85 grams. If you enjoy cheese, hard cheeses like Gouda or Pecorino Romano are great options. They provide about 20 to 25 micrograms of K2 per thin slice. Egg yolks also contain about 5 micrograms each and can be easily added to your breakfast or a light salad. For those who enjoy gourmet meals, try natto sushi rolls with seaweed and fermented rice. Just one small serving can exceed your daily K2 recommendation. Pan-seared goose liver served with steamed vegetables or aged cheese paired with fruit and nuts are also elegant and nutritious options. Because vitamin K2 is fat-soluble, you should eat it with healthy fats like olive oil, butter, or avocado to boost absorption. And remember, vitamin K2 comes in two common forms, MK7 and MK4. MK7 stays in your blood longer and comes from fermented foods like natto. MK4 is usually synthetic, absorbs quickly, but does not last as long. If your diet does not provide enough, dietary supplements are a smart option. MK7 from natto at a dose of 100 micrograms per day is suitable for people with diabetes. If you choose MK4, the usual dose is 1,500 micrograms split into 3 doses per day, but this should be taken under medical supervision. It is also important to understand that certain habits can drain vitamin K2 from your body. A diet high in canned or processed foods, taking calcium without K2, long-term use of statins or antibiotics, smoking and alcohol can all reduce your ability to absorb and produce vitamin K2. If you are living with diabetes, vitamin K2 deficiency is not just a risk, it is a common reality, but you can change that. With just a few small changes in your diet or the right supplementation, you can protect your heart, nerves, kidneys, mobility, thinking, and your overall quality of life. Vitamin B5, the energy keeper for your metabolism, nervous system, and hormones. There are certain nutrients that work quietly behind the scenes, and vitamin B5 is one of them. We rarely hear much about it, but for those living with diabetes, a deficiency in vitamin B5 can silently push you closer to exhaustion, nerve disorders, weight gain, depression, and many other risks. Vitamin B5, also known as pantothenic acid, plays an extremely important role in energy production. It helps your body break down carbohydrates, fats, and proteins to create ATP, the essential fuel for every cell in your body. If you lack vitamin B5, this process slows down. Your cells become energy-starved, and you may feel constantly tired even after getting enough sleep and eating well. For people with diabetes, high blood sugar levels mean your body is constantly under oxidative stress. That means your body has to use up vitamin B5 more frequently to repair cells and fight inflammation. On top of that, every time you urinate, which is often more frequent due to high blood sugar, your body loses a large amount of vitamin B5. This creates a cycle of depletion that continues quietly and persistently. Chronic inflammation, metabolic disorders, and even diabetes medications like metformin, statins, and diuretics all reduce the absorption or increase the loss of B5. If your diet includes a lot of processed foods and lacks fresh vegetables, healthy proteins, and seeds, you are very likely deficient in B5 without knowing it. What is even more concerning is that B5 deficiency does not show up clearly at first. You might only feel slightly tired, have trouble concentrating, feel irritable, or experience difficulty sleeping. Then come the neurological symptoms, such as tingling or burning in the soles of your feet, muscle cramps, or dull pain in your calves or lower back. These signs are often mistaken for diabetic nerve complications, but in reality, they may be caused by a lack of vitamin B5. Vitamin B5 is also involved in producing adrenal hormones, including cortisol, the stress hormone, and sex hormones like testosterone and estrogen. So if you feel a loss of motivation, hormonal imbalances, fatigue, or low sexual desire, your body may urgently need more B5. We also cannot overlook B5's role in keeping your digestive system and central nervous system functioning normally. Deficiency can increase your risk of stomach ulcers, indigestion, bloating, and memory problems. Worse, it may trigger inflammatory responses in your nervous tissue, worsening nerve pain for people with diabetes. On a cellular level, vitamin B5 is a key part of coenzyme A, which is essential for energy metabolism and hormone synthesis. Without B5, ATP production decreases, oxidative stress increases, cells are damaged more easily, and you are left feeling persistently tired with reduced ability to recover. So what can you eat to increase your intake of vitamin B5? One serving of 85 grams of chicken liver provides about 83% of your daily B5 needs. It is a rich source and is well absorbed by the body. Sunflower seeds are also excellent. Just 3 tablespoons give you about 60% of your daily requirement. One avocado provides around 20%. A cup of portobello mushrooms gives you 31%, and 85 grams of salmon provides about 22%. You can incorporate these foods into delicious meals. Try pan-seared chicken liver with portobello mushrooms and minced garlic. A 170-gram serving provides over 100% of your daily B5 needs. Another tasty option is grilled salmon with avocado lemon sauce. Not only is it delicious, but it also provides more than 50% of your B5 needs in one meal. If you enjoy being creative in the kitchen, crispy salmon crusted with sunflower seeds is an excellent choice. It provides around 60% of your B5 needs and is also rich in healthy fats that are good for your heart and blood sugar. A big advantage of vitamin B5 is that it is well absorbed under normal conditions. However, cooking food at high temperatures can destroy a significant amount of B5. Therefore, it is best to use methods like steaming, light stir-frying, or enjoying seeds and fruits raw when possible. If your diet is not enough, you can consider supplements. The most common forms are pantothenic acid and calcium pantothenate. The basic recommended dose is 5 milligrams per day. But for people at high risk of deficiency, such as those with diabetes, a dose of 500 milligrams per day may be suggested under medical supervision. Some supplements combine B5 with biotin, another B vitamin that benefits your skin, hair, and nervous system. This combination can increase protection for your nerves, especially for those with diabetic neuropathy. Please keep in mind that alcohol, smoking, refined sugar, and chronic stress all make your body use up vitamin B5 faster. Your body is being drained to keep up with external pressures, and that only worsens metabolic disorders. Getting the right amount of vitamin B5 can do more than just restore your energy. It can support metabolism, uplift your mood, protect your kidneys, heart, and nerves. It is like a quiet but powerful piece of the puzzle on your journey to living well with diabetes. Vitamin B1, the key to awakening energy, protecting the nerves and the heart. Imagine your body as a car. You have the engine, the fuel, and the electrical system all in place. But without the key, the car will not start. Vitamin B1, also known as thiamine, is that key. Without it, all your body's metabolic functions, nerve signals, and energy regulation come to a halt. For people with diabetes, a deficiency in vitamin B1 is more common and dangerous than you might think. According to research published in the journal Diabetic Medicine, nearly 80% of patients with type 1 and type 2 diabetes have lower than normal levels of thiamine, and that number is not a coincidence. High blood sugar levels lead to a series of harmful physiological effects. The kidneys are forced to work overtime to flush out excess glucose. But during that process, vitamin B1 is also carried away in the urine and lost in significant amounts. Furthermore, insulin resistance, chronic inflammation, and digestive disorders, all common in diabetes, reduce your ability to absorb thiamine from food. Even long-term use of certain medications, such as metformin, diuretics, or antibiotics, can lower vitamin B1 levels in the blood. A diet high in refined carbohydrates, regular alcohol intake, and prolonged stress are all thieves that rob your body of vitamin B1 without you noticing. The danger lies in how easy it is to confuse the symptoms of B1 deficiency with ordinary signs of aging. You may feel constantly fatigued, experience memory issues, become more irritable, or forget things often. Over time, you may notice numbness in your hands, burning pain in your feet, or loss of balance when walking. These signs are often blamed on aging, but in truth, they are quiet cries from your nervous system that it is under attack. Thiamine also plays a vital role in heart health. Without enough vitamin B1, your heart muscles weaken, your heartbeat may become irregular, blood pressure can rise, and circulation becomes poor. Researchers from Oxford University have shown that thiamine deficiency can worsen cardiovascular disease in people with diabetes. In addition, thiamine helps convert glucose into usable energy. When you are deficient, glucose is not fully processed and ends up producing toxic byproducts. These harmful substances cause inflammation and damage cells in the nervous system, blood vessels, eyes, and kidneys, the very areas already vulnerable in people with diabetes. In women, a lack of thiamine can affect sex hormone balance, causing menstrual irregularities, reduced sexual desire, increased anxiety, and depression. In men, it can lead to reduced testosterone levels, which impacts sexual health, mood, and overall vitality. So how can you naturally increase your vitamin B1 intake? You can start with simple, familiar foods. Just one 28-gram serving of sunflower seeds provides 35% of your daily B1 needs. Flax seeds offer about 39%. 1 cup of cooked black beans gives another 35%. Acorn squash and brown rice each provide around 29% per cup. If you enjoy creative cooking, try grilled salmon topped with lightly toasted sunflower seeds. A 150-gram portion not only helps stabilize blood sugar thanks to its omega-3 fatty acids, but also provides over 50% of your daily B1 requirement. Another idea is black bean noodles with creamy flaxseed sauce, a rich, nourishing dish that is both satisfying and beneficial. Or you can prepare stuffed acorn squash with ground turkey and brown rice. This colorful and nutritious meal delivers nearly 70% of your daily thiamine needs. Vitamin B1 from whole foods is generally easy to absorb. However, certain factors can interfere with this process. For example, cooking at very high temperatures can destroy a large amount of vitamin B1. Also, white rice and refined grains have had most of their thiamine-rich outer layers removed, making them nutritionally empty. If you find it hard to get enough B1 from food alone, supplements are a practical option. Thiamine hydrochloride, also known as thiamine HCl, is commonly used for mild deficiencies at doses ranging from 50 to 100 milligrams per day. However, if you have diabetic nerve complications or need deeper metabolic support, benfotiamine, a fat-soluble form of vitamin B1, may be more effective. This version is absorbed more quickly and deeply into the cells and may significantly reduce nerve pain. Safe doses typically range from 150 to 300 milligrams per day, but should be taken under medical supervision. Please be aware that some foods and habits can also deplete vitamin B1. Raw fish contains an enzyme called thiaminase that breaks down vitamin B1. Alcohol, coffee, strong tea, and sugary foods all use up thiamine quickly. If you feel like you are caught in a cycle of constant fatigue, your body may be screaming for this essential nutrient. Vitamin B1 does more than just give you energy for the day. It is your first line of defense against complications affecting your nerves, heart, kidneys, vision, and even your emotional well-being. Sometimes a small change, such as adding a spoonful of sunflower seeds, switching from white rice to brown rice, or taking a quality supplement, could be the first step toward helping you feel better every single day. Dear friend, the most wonderful thing you have done today is taking time to care for your own health. That is a precious gift, and you truly deserve it. Together, we have just explored 3 incredibly important vitamins for people living with diabetes. These are vitamin K2, vitamin B5, and vitamin B1. Each of these nutrients is like an essential puzzle piece in the overall picture of your health. They quietly support your heart, nerves, hormones, energy levels, and even your emotional peace each day. You do not need to change everything overnight. Just start with a few small actions. A cup of black beans instead of white rice, an avocado added to your breakfast, a high-quality vitamin B1 supplement taken at the right time, or simply remembering the signs that your body is sending you and not ignoring them. Please remember, living with diabetes does not mean you must live in fear or resignation. You absolutely can take control of it, slow down the complications, and enjoy your life every day with a healthy body, a strong spirit, and a hopeful heart. If you found today's information helpful, please do not forget to click the like button and subscribe to the channel so you do not miss any future videos. We will continue to share with you practical, easy-to-apply information that fits into the daily lives of middle-aged and older adults. And I truly want to hear from you. Please leave a comment below and share with me. Have you ever been deficient in any of these vitamins? Are you currently eating or using any food that has helped improve your health? What surprised you the most in this video? I wish you continued strength, peace, and success in managing the challenges you are facing. See you again in the next videos.